Hardwiring a dash camera makes 24-hour car monitoring possible. This allows the camera to record while the vehicle is turned off. The camera will shut off when the battery gets to a certain level to ensure that the vehicle will be able to start. Hardwiring your dash camera simply means to connect your battery directly to your dash camera. Not every dash camera should be hardwired. If your dash camera doesn't have the features to protect your battery, it shouldn't be hardwired. So you want to ensure that your dash camera has the capability of protecting your battery by monitoring the battery and switching off before the battery charge gets too low to the point where it cannot start the vehicle. So a dash camera like this DDPAI N3 Pro and this Hardwire kit has all the features needed to protect your car battery. In the Hardwire package are 3 fuse extension tabs, of which only one is needed depending on the type of vehicle. The mini type is required for a 2014 Toyota Highlander or most Toyota motor vehicles. This is the main section of the Hardwire kit with a Type-C power connector. This yellow wire is for a constant 12-volt power. The red wire gets power when the ignition is turned on. And this is the ground wire that should be grounded. Let's start the installation. We need to locate the fuse box inside the vehicle. For this vehicle, it is close to the foot brake. Other vehicles may have the fuse box at another location. To open this fuse box, I will need to stick something right here and pull. So the cover is now off. To properly install this Hardwire kit, we need to locate 2 fuses. The yellow wire should be connected to the fuse that give constant 12 volts, while the red wire should be connected to a fuse that only gives power when the ignition is switched on. It is recommended to use fuse for components that are not essential. So looking at this fuse chart here, I can see fuse for AC and the ECU, which are essential fuses. These should not be touched. It's better to use fuses for the back door or the dome light. Now it's time to use a multimeter to test for a non-essential fuse that gives constant 12 volt power and another fuse that only gives 12 volts power after the ignition is turned on. So the vehicle is now turned off and I will need to test both sides of the fuse. This is a non-essential fuse and as you can see, both sides give a 12 volt reading. Now let's find another fuse that doesn't give any reading. Here is one that doesn't give any reading. Now let's turn on the ignition to see if this fuse gives a 12 volt reading. And as you can see, I am getting a 12 volt reading. So this fuse and this fuse will be used to install this Hardwire kit. Now it's time to remove them from the fuse box. I will be using the mini fuse extensions. I will connect this red extension to the red wire and the yellow extension to the yellow wire. These should be crimped to secure the connection. Now I can install these fuses that came with the kit. Each fuse removed from the box should be installed in the fuse extension. They should be installed right here, closer to the end. Now I can insert these connectors in the fuse box. Remember that the yellow wire should go where I got the constant 12 volt whether or not the vehicle is turned on. And the red wire should go where the power is only supplied when the ignition is turned on. Now it's time to find a good ground. And I see a stud and a nut right here. This is a perfect location. I will loosen the nut and fasten the ground right here. For some vehicle, additional extension wires may be needed to extend this ground to a good location. Tie straps will be used to secure this fuse box cover here so it doesn't get lost. Let's now run the wires to the camera. I like to connect the wires to the camera first, then tuck the wires away. So as you can see, the Hardwire kit is professionally installed. The next setting is very important, which is battery protection. This feature turns off the camera automatically when the battery volts drop to a desired level. High is recommended for very cold areas. Middle is for not so cold areas and low is for summer areas which are hot. It tends to be more difficult to start a motor vehicle in the cold weather. Notice that this app tracks the battery volts. Remember to subscribe if you have not yet done so. See you on the next one, guys.